Part 4 is getting cold on the balcony, so we're going to go fast. I don't want to do part 5. It has been 6 hours I've been out here because I don't want to take a break. Because I took the day off of everything to get this out. I took dang near 3 days to rejuvenate to get this to you because it takes a lot, man. Y'all don't understand. You come over here, some people just think, oh, just something I don't like. Out of all this stuff that makes sense, I'm going to pick the one thing I don't like and I'm going to comment about it. I'm going to watch 5 minutes and I'm going to comment. I've been out here 6 hours. So before that, there's hundreds of hours of drop on this channel. Going back really 2 years ago from the radio show when we started, you see the growth, see where it started, where we are. Go back to the site, 432 to drop. See where it started. Go back to the archives. You see we got archives going back to 2014 dropping this on you. Or at least trying to put it together. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to hit up these emerald tablets one more good time. I'll resource them probably later, but I'm gonna leave it alone for a little bit. We got a lot more to do. So I'm gonna get to tablet 8, drop about this. I'm gonna go quick. Those that are supposed to absorb this and understand it will. And if not, just keep going back through it. I'm not gonna take too many breaks. We have to cover this. And we're going to get into some smooth perspective. Shout out to that king. He just dropped some stuff, man. He's on fire. I just got the phone with him. He's like, I can't turn it off. I'm like, I know. Because he chose order. So look at what he's bringing. He's bringing everything for you to have ammunition to return to your land. And he just wants to graft into that. He wants to be a part of that. He wants to be on that tree. He wants to choose order. So he's doing it. He's actually putting the action in to wake you up. And check out his, I don't know if he got him on this page, but man, my man is one of the coldest. Matter of fact, at the very end of this, if I remember, we're going to end with some smooth perspective doing some roller skating. I don't have my pen. I will write it down. I hope I remember that. If not, I got to do a whole nother drop because he's one of the coldest roller skaters in the game. One of them. I'm sure you've seen some cold people on skates, but me, when I saw him, man, I was like, man, I know, if you know World on Wheels, man, he's from LA, you know what I'm talking about. Alright. This is the Thoth Emerald Tablets, Chapter 8, Tablet 8. Let's go. We 6 hours in. I told you it'd be a 4-part series. This probably took days to load, and then it takes you days to get through it. So by the time you're really getting this, it's probably like a week later. You know what I'm saying? That's not my fault. This ain't live. This ain't the radio show, but we got that coming back. But you needed to, pace this anyway, and so did I, to tell you the truth. Tablet 8, he says, this is Thoth. This is Tahuti. You know what I mean? We'll get into all that. This is Hermes. This is Mercury. All right. Either Poseidon's son or grandson. One of those. All right. Unto thee, O man, have I given my knowledge. Unto thee have I given of light. So he's saying, up to this point, I've given you knowledge and light, right? This is Luciferian light. This is fallen angel light. This is beneath the firmament light. This is celestial light, right? Luciferian, that light is the celestial. That's the underworld. It's underneath the firmament. That's their light. You have order above that. Your light makes their light look like what it is. It's darkness. But it's all order when you understand it. Unto thee, O man, have I given my knowledge. Unto thee have I given of light. Hear ye now and receive my wisdom, brought from space, planes above and beyond. Not as man am I, for free have I become of dimensions and planes. I'm better than you. I can travel in dimensions and planes all throughout the celestial, and you can't. I could incarnate in the boundaries of space and time and rule over you because of my knowledge, my mysteries, and I'll teach them to you too. You can be a king in 442. You can be a king beneath the firmament. For free have I become of dimensions and planes, and each take I on a new body. In each I change in my form. No, I now that the formless is all there is of form. Now I understand it's just vibration. He's just, okay, I'm just getting that, right? But we knew that already. We knew that already. All right, but what vibration are you in? That's what we're getting into. Choose up. Great is the wisdom of the seven. Whatever that is, you know. Mighty are they from beyond. Manifest they through their power. Is that hey? Or is that this other seven, this greatness of Lucifer, right? Manifest they through their power, filled by force from beyond. Beyond who? Beyond you, but not beyond the firmament. Hear ye these wisdoms of words. And yeah, in a sense, it is the wisdom of beyond the firmament manifested to fit some type of hijacked order that these angels are putting over us today via vibration. Hijack. Transfer. Hear ye these words of wisdom. Hear ye and make them thine own. Find in them the formless. Mystery is but hidden knowledge. This all sounds like Luciferian talk, right? No one's saying keep your commandments. He's like, just know the formless and you could live forever, right? All these promises. Find in them the formless. Mystery is but hidden knowledge. Know and ye shall unveil. Find the deep buried wisdom and be master of darkness and light. Deep are the mysteries around thee. Hidden the secrets of old. Search through the keys of my wisdom. Surely shall ye find the way. Right? That's the dark way. That's the underworld way, the celestial way. Some people are like, yeah, man, that makes sense, man. Keep talking. If you're eating this stuff up, then you're hijacked. You're eating up a bunch of mumbo jumbo that doesn't connect to the supreme, which is why the supreme's people have been put in perpetual servitude. And if that's you, understand it. And if you have been put in perpetual servitude with the Creator's people because of some actions of your forefathers that you must have been, you must endure this journey as well. Hey, right? You got to choose up. You out of everybody should be able to choose up. Now check it. Deep are the mysteries around thee. Hidden the secrets of old. Search through the keys of my wisdom. Surely shall ye find the way. The gateway to power is secret. But he who attains shall receive. Look to the light. It says it in all caps. Light, light, Lucifer, light, illumination. Oh, my brother. Open and ye shall receive. Press on through the valley of darkness. Overcome the dweller of night. The dweller, we heard about that in tablet 1. The dweller of what? Night. Keep over thine eyes of the light plane. Keep ever thine eyes of the light plane. And thou shalt be one with the light. All this keeper of the light, the light. When you hear light, they're not talking hey, they're talking Lucifer light. He's the morning what? Star. There you go. Man is in process of changing in forms that are not of this world. Grows he in time into the formless. Now he's trying to drop you what's really going on. So you're going into a formless situation. As you vibrate, the faster you vibrate, the less form you take on, right? So that's just ancient drop that he's passing down from above the firmament, but he's using it in a twisted, remember, twisted. He's using you in a twisted uppercut way. You know what I'm saying? Man is in the process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Grows he in time to the formless, a plane on the cycle above. A plane on the cycle above. Plane of existence. Cycle above, above, above. 216, 432, 864, 1728, 3456. You double that to get to a higher octave, a higher resonance, a higher heaven. Grows he in time to the formless, a plane on the circle above. Know ye, ye must become formless before ye are with the light. All right, before you can vibrate up to where I'm at. List ye, O man, to my voice. Listen to my voice, telling of pathways to the light, showing the way of attainment. When ye shall be one with the light, search ye the mysteries of earth's heart. Learn Earth's heart. They're calling Earth's heart the underworld, the inside of her, what they built to the halls of Amenti. And we'll read what he wrote about the halls of Amenti as well. Now here's what you got to pay attention to. Now it's telling you, okay, all this nice stuff, go to the Earth's heart, right, which is the underworld. Learn of the law that exists. What law? Holding the stars in their balance. What law holds the stars in their balance? Is it Satan's law or Lucifer's law? Does Lucifer hold the stars in their balance? Or is there an order he's passing, breadcrumbs to, but yet he's going to hijack it in the duality aspect where, oh, come with me. I'm telling you all this. My master is the dweller. I am the grandson of Poseidon, you know what I'm saying? Or Canaan. All right, we'll see. Then it says, holding the stars in place by the force of the primordial mist, the force, seek ye the flame of the earth's life, bathe in the glare of its flame, follow the three-cornered pathway until thou too art a flame. Somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about. What, you a Mason? I'm sure you heard something like this before. Speak thou in words without voice to those who dwell down below. So he's telling you to pray silently to below, not above. They're keeping you under the firmament. Or pray to the stars, right? Make a wish. Smooth Perspective told you that. I call him Shalak. Smooth in Hebrew is Shalak. Shout out to my brother Keith Sarton, who taught me that. Taught us that. Now it says, speak thou in words without voice to those who dwell down below. Enter the blue litten temple and bathe in the fire of all life. Does that sound like, hey, okay, so we're clear? Okay. Wisdom is hidden in darkness. When lit by the flame of the soul, find thou the wisdom of the light born, a son of the light without form. Seek thee ever more wisdom. I'm going to keep going. Find it in the heart of the flame. Know that only by striving and light pour into thy brain. Know that only by striving and light pour into thy brain. No, now have I spoken with wisdom. Listen to my voice and obey. He wants you to obey him, or his master, the dweller. Tear open the veils of the darkness. Does that sound like, hey, it would tell you? Tear open the veils of darkness. Oh, no, brother, because in the darkness is the light. You see, you close your eyes, your pineal gland, your pine cone resonates in the darkness, brother. See, they mix truth. But what he's talking about is the halls of Amentes, which is going to be very clear. The underworld, the underground path. Again, we went through 3 parts to let you know clearly what frequency this is, what these pyramids were about. Again, does your natural earth need pyramids to balance it? Does does the creator of all things need help? When he creates an earth, and it takes him 7,000 years or however long it takes, 6,000 years, whatever, however you want to calculate. He took all that time. He banged out Rakwa. He banged out, bent out, spread out. Shamayim, the heavens, right? Like a tent to dwell in. And he said, all right, man. So, and then these people came and said, yeah, we need to balance this place out. Let's put some pyramids. No, we understand the grid now. We understand we're in it. And not everywhere on this plane are we subject to it. The Most High did give us some areas we're fortified in that higher consciousness, that 432, that good energy. We don't have to be about the bad energy. There's areas where we won't be bombarded by cell phone frequencies and 440 blazing out your radio and TV. Listen. Tear open the veils of the darkness. Shine a light on the way. Speak I of ancient Atlantis. Again, this is Egypt, which is Atlantis. Egypt is a made-up word. That's why they use it, to throw you off, because you thinking they're talking about Africa. They're just talking about Atlantis, which is just talking about Atlas, which is just talking about the son of Poseidon, which is just talking about demigods and Nephilim. Once again, speak I of ancient Atlantis. Speak of the days of the kingdom of shadows. 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 Read it. Pause it. Dig on it. Speak of the coming of the children of shadows. Wow. CERN. Switzerland. Out of the great deep were they called by the wisdom of earthmen. CERN. Switzerland. Called for the purpose of gaining great power. CERN. Switzerland. Lucifer. Pyramids. 440. Subjugation. Perpetual servitude. Freedom, redemption, 432, above the firmament. It's time. Wake up. It's time. Wake up. Out of the myth into reality where you have land and you need to be connected to your land to have your power. They take you off your land, you're not a people. Your land is for you. It's been engineered in an energy sequence for a specific people. It is not wise to take all your people somewhere else. That's why we were coming back home to energize the Mayan, the Aztec, these migrations, Abraham, you know what I'm saying, Moshe, coming back home. These people were on your land. If you find any artifacts that are not yours, that are not of Hea, then that's an intrusion. So these places were desolated, you know what I'm saying, desecrated, blown to bits, smitten, because they were out of order. They were in the wrong territory, banging the wrong frequency, and they weren't even indigenous to the land, these Egyptians, these Atlanteans. They were fallen angel seed, Nephilim mixing in. Then they blew this place to bits, messed it all up, by order though, right? It's all order. And then they did what? What did Thoth say? As he saw the pyramids being covered by the flood, he said the dweller told him to go to where the barbarians are, in the land of Ham, Egypt, the other one. Then they set it up, and that became Tutmosis III, 18th dynasty. That's where it begins. That's where the Great Pyramid was built. This stuff was built in higher, their higher conscious frequencies, and then put down, placed down here. It was built from the top up and resonated down here. It was all by vibration, just like most of you already know. It was vibration. How you build a pyramid is vibration. That's very simple, right? Mystery solved. Now check it. Far now, out of the great deep were they called. Let me read that again. Speak I of ancient Atlantis. Speak of the days of the kingdom of shadows. Speak of the coming of the children of shadows. Out of the great deep were they called by the wisdom of earthmen, called for the purpose of gaining great power. So you got these energies. Remember, in spirit science, go back to part 1, 2, 3, but mainly part 3, as far as what I'm saying, where they tore open. Remember, they tore open the dimensions of the lower world. Okay? We're there now. Out of the great deep where they called by the wisdom of earthmen, called for the purpose of gaining great power. For in the past, before Atlantis existed, men there were who delved into darkness. So even before Atlantis, people dwelled in darkness. Really? That seems to be a fallen angel's opinion. And he seems to be talking about these people like they're minions. Like he has all this great stuff to give to these puny people. And he refers to my indigenous family in so-called Africa as barbarians in tablet number 1. So he has nothing good to say to you. He's building his empire. He's reestablishing Atlantis in Africa, the land of Ham. You see, he's not for you. So when you bang Egypt, you're banging the fallen angels that aren't for you. He put a vibration on you. Read it yourself, tablet 1. It says, far in the past, before Atlantis existed, men there were who delved into darkness, using dark magic, calling up beings from the great deep below us. Forth came they into this cycle. Formless were they, of another vibration, existing unseen by the children of earthmen, only through blood could they have formed being through blood. So he's really saying these things, been existing, these other entities from below, and that, what I'm saying, they were called up and called by these earthmen. And then what? What about blood? I know it's disturbing, but it's real. You know about the blood sacrifices, right? So here we go. Formless were they of another vibration, existing unseen by the children of earthmen. Only through blood could they have formed being. So they need blood sacrifices to form into a being. Only through man could they live in the world. So once they form into being, they possess whoever the fuck. In ages past were they conquered by masters. So they're talking about them controlling other areas of them, right? You're talking about Thoth and Ra, whatever you want to call it, controlling these other things that even predate them, they're saying. But they're all this angel lower vibration situation. However that correlates, that's their struggle. They're like, yeah, we need to control the lower ones, but they themselves are lower than the firmament. Now you looking up to something you think is high and great harmony and all this stuff like that, but it's just celestial, and celestial ain't heya heya. It's only the beginning of the heavens. So it's a lower vibration of the heavens, the wandering stars. In ages past were they conquered by masters, driven below to the place whence they came. Remember the keys to the bottomless pit? Driven below to the place whence they came. I mean, were these talking about the initial 8? Hey, you go there. But some there were who remained hidden in spaces and planes unknown to man. So some they knew where they were, some they didn't. Lived they in Atlantis as shadows. Remember, they don't have bodies. They're not human. They're not indigenous. They don't have inheritance here. They are not son of man. You know what I mean? They don't have inheritance. So that's what you call your ghost, your spirits, all these things people are scared of. These people are mixed seeds, and they have no bodies, man. They can't jam you up if you're in order, period. They just don't have jurisdiction over you that way. You have to be out of order to be jammed up by these energies or possessed by them. You're in order, that's your shield. Hey. Live they in Atlantis as shadows, but at times they appeared among men. When the blood was offered, for they came they to dwell among men. When the blood was offered, there's the blood sacrifice. In the form of man, they amongst us, but only to sight were they as. In the form of man, they amongst us, right? They look like men, but only to sight were they as are men. Only to your sight. They only look like that. Alright? That's when you get your reptilian thing and all this kind of stuff, these glitches. Serpent-headed with the glamour was serpent-headed when the glamour was lifted. Read it yourself, man. Pause it. Pull up the link. Okay, so that's your serpent-headed reptilian look, right? Dragons, demon look. Serpent-headed when the glamour was lifted, but appearing to man as men amongst men. So you have a veil covering you. It's an energy grid. In their energy grid, they look like you. You take that away, you're going to see what they really are. And you'll see what you've been paying homage to, those that are outside of order. But appearing to men as men among men, crept they into councils, taking forms. Crept they into the councils, so they infiltrated the councils, right? Taking forms, they were like unto men, slaying by their arts the chiefs of the kingdom. The who? The chiefs of the kingdom. The who? Mike Jones. The chiefs of the kingdoms, right? So the chiefs, they slayed you. Now you understand why Joshua had to slay the Canaanites. They slayed you. They would eat you. Canaanites were mixed with fallen angel seed. Not all of them. So like, what you mean? I'm a Canaanite. Hey, who knows, man? I don't know. But I'm just saying, not all of them. But there was this ruling class that was mixed in, that Poseidon mixed in with, or You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? You read the story. But it was mixed in here. That's your Atlantis. That's your Atlas. I'm tired, man. This is part 4. My voice is leaving again. I just got it back. That's a lot of talking. That's a lot of talking. All right. So crept they into councils, taking forms. They, like unto men, slain by the arts, the chiefs of the kingdoms, and taking their form and ruling over men. Now, who said that? Hiram Art. Kings to you, bro. You dropped how Montezuma was ruled by the Spaniards and how they captured him and were using him to control the people. Was it Montezuma who, you know, voluntarily traded this and did this and traded his people in and did all this? Or was it slain by the arts, the chiefs of the kingdom? The chiefs of the kingdom were slayed by these people, taking their form and ruling over man. You know they didn't come taking a white man's form, right? They had to control the people. It's just a theory. Did they take Montezuma's form? Only by magic could they be discovered. Only by sound could their faces be seen. Sought they from the kingdom of shadows to destroy man and rule in his place. That's the whole game right there. But know ye, the masters were mighty in magic. Oh, so the higher fallen angels were mighty in their magic over the magic of these fallen angels, or whatever the case is. Able to lift the veil from the face of the serpent, able to send him back to his place. Came they to man and taught him the secret, the word that only a man can pronounce. This is witchcraft, right? Swift then they lifted the veil from the serpent and cast him forth from the place among men. So then they were using magic on each other. You seen Harry Potter? They use magic against each other. You know what I'm saying? Yet beware, the serpent still liveth in a place that is open at all times to the world. Where is that? I don't know. You tell me. Yet beware, the serpent still liveth in a place that is open at all times to the world. Unseen they walk among thee in places where the rites have been said. Again, as time passes onward, shall they take the semblance of men. So they're going to do it again, which means they're doing it now, which means your ruling people is really this angel seed. And what are they ruling you with? Vibration, 440 hertz, the same. It's the same game. They just switched up, the players, seemingly, you know what I'm saying? Called may they be by the master, the dweller, right? Mastema, who knows the white or the black. Woo! Shit up, man. I'm not trying to even go here. I'm really not trying to go here. You know what I mean? Like, this is stuff that I typically say, yeah, well, hey. You know what I mean? No shit, right? But look. The white or the black, we just said the white and the black's against you. The whole Masonic chessboard's against you. But what does Thoth say? Tahuti in the Emerald Tablets, tablet number 8? He says, called may they be by the master. Who's master? Lucifer, who knows the white or the black. But only the white master may control and bind them while in the flesh. Does this correlate to the white and the black? The white pope, the black pope, the Jesuit pope? The black pope, the one that wears white, the Masonic checkboard, white and black, their duality, yin yang, their powers that are now against each other. Remember, the Pope just dropped to Obama. He said, look, man, you are pretending president of a corporation. Your army belongs to me. This is the Grand Republic. Check out that Hiram Art. Check out the drop I drop with the Pope, whatever. You know what I mean? Get to that. So the Pope, according to this, but only the white master may control and bind them while in the flesh. So while he's in the flesh, he still has the drop, which gives him a certain amount of drop in this grid, right? Seek not the kingdom of shadows, for evil will surely appear. So don't try to go to those lower dimensions. Kick it up here in the celestial. Kick it up here underneath the firmament. This is much better than the halls of Atlantis was down there, man. You don't want to mess with these dwellers down there. Right? Seek not the kingdom of shadows, for evil will surely appear. For only the master of brightness, Lucifer, shall conquer the shadow of fear. Only Lucifer has the keys, right? Only Jupiter has the keys, right? Only Lucifer has the keys. Only Jupiter has the keys. Only Zeus has the keys. Only Isus has the keys. Only Jesus has the keys. Only the Sun has the keys. Only the son of Saturn has the keys. Only the son of Satan has the keys. To the bottomless pit, Abaddon, Apollo, the sun. The sun. But it's still in order, right? He has the keys to the bottomless pit because somebody got to. Did he ever say to worship him? Even in his testament, did he tell you to worship him? Why did he not tell you to worship him? I mean, he put it in there. He says he's on the right hand and he's there. And you got to kind of go through him now. But did he say worship me? Forget the creator's laws? No, he said not one jot or title, however you say it, will be taken out the law. He said I only came, all this stuff was still put there. So it's still only about Israel. There's rules to this trickery. He can't completely lie. He has to still tell the truth because he's still in order, yet he's going to twist it, right? Sada, right? So he gives you this. He says, hey, well, I'm not saying don't worship the creator, but you kind of got to go through me. That's just what I'm going to say. As far as my kingdom's concerned, not talking about the creator's kingdom, but you don't know that, right? So you think you got to worship him and you got to go through him, but in reality, you got to go through him to get to the underworld. You do have to go through Jesus to get to the underworld. If you refuse to return to your creator, you will have to meet Jesus. Abaddon, Apollo, the destroyer, Jupiter, Zeus. There's a lot more you can look into. I'm tired. Seek not the kingdom of shadows, for evil will surely appear. For only the master of brightness shall conquer the shadow of fear. Know ye, O my brother, that fear is a great obstacle. Obstacle great. Be master of all in the brightness. The shadow will soon disappear. Hear ye and heed my wisdom. The voice of the light is clear. Seek not the valley of shadows, and the light will only appear. List ye, O man, listen to the depths of my wisdom. Speak I the knowledge. Here's when you're going to understand the firmament, and here's when the flat drop comes into play, and you see my excitement. You can't turn it off. Turn up. Listen to me, O man, in the depths of my wisdom. Speak I of knowledge hidden from man, for I have been on my journey through space-time. Did he go above the firmament? No, he's still in time and space. Under the firmament. On the clock, but he's the master of the clock. Or the dweller is, and he's cool with the dweller, right? He's related to the dweller, right? On my journey through space-time, right? So he's in time and space, under the firmament, in the celestial, even to the end of space of this cycle. What's the end of space? Think about it. The end of what they're calling space. All right? You don't have to go this way. So, you can go straight to connect to the stars. Remember, the stars connect to the land at some point. That's the celestial. But going straight up, layer, you're going to get past the first heavens, the stars, into the first barrier, the vibrational barrier, the vibrational layer, I call it, the firmament, the dome, right? You're going to hit that. You're going to hit that dome. Now, what protects you from passing through that dome at free will? Can anybody walk in there in our Father's house? Or do you have to be of the seed of your Father by energetic signature? Even, and this is the thing, it's important when we talk about grafting in and choosing up. Yeah, you're right. At the bottom of that tree is the signature, is the actual energy of the Creator, which is through a people by energy. The manifestation of the energy is what you see in the children of Israel. Those that agree, those that are walking with Israel, those that, fit in that, Isaiah 14, that are grafting in and walking with, and that's going to rebuild the house and be servants. Remember, Every kingdom has servants. Would you rather be a servant in this kingdom or a servant in the kingdom of heaven? The real one. You see, we don't beat our servants in the kingdom of heaven. We don't rip your babies apart. We don't take anything that belongs to you. We have laws. We can't take your wife. We can't kill you unjustly. We can't lynch you from trees. There's no monetary system. Everything's free and beautiful. So which kingdom do you want to be a servant in? Now I'm talking to the Gentile that knows. All right, I'm not this bloodline. So you say, hell, man, I'm done with this corporation kingdom. I don't want to be a servant in Lucifer's kingdom in the bottomless pit, right? So you say, I want to be a servant in the higher vibration. So guess what? That's bliss. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. You're putting it in for the root of the tree. Now, Israel, which one you want to be? A servant of your own kingdom? Even the king is a servant, right? The king serves the people. He's just there, as a proxy to serve the people. So which one do you want to be? Israel, a servant in your own kingdom or a servant in their kingdom? Okay, so we all agree. We all want to be servants in the new kingdom. We all want to be servants in something that makes sense, that has laws. Don't kill, don't steal, honor your father, take a day off. Nobody works. Even the servants get a day off. That's pretty awesome. We didn't get days off as servants, did we? Not unless we're worshiping that entity which was keeping us asleep, allowing them to rule us to begin with. This might be a part 5. I'm trying. All right. So here's what we hear: the firmament. And who's protecting the barrier? They're calling them hounds. They're saying these big ass hounds, energetic things, are patrolling the firmament, the vibrational layer, to make sure no celestial entities under the firmament can get up. See what Thoth has to do when he sees one of these hounds. Listen to what even Lucifer has to do when he sees one of these hounds. Let's go. It's protected. You're protected. Strange. Now listen. This gets really, really fun. We're getting to a culmination. We're getting to our dismount. Listen to me, old man, to the depths of my wisdom. Speak I of knowledge hidden from man. For I have, on my journey through space-time, even to the end of space of this cycle, glimpsed the hounds of the barrier. I got a glimpse of them. I saw them once. And listen to what happened. Lying in wait for he who would pass them. These hounds that are protecting your firmament, that are protecting the Most High's higher heaven, right? His home, your home. These hounds, he got a glimpse of. He's saying that they are lying in wait for he who would pass them. They just waiting on them. They just wish a nigga would. They just wish a motherfucker would. Please. They're like, oh, please, Thoth. Oh, Ra. Would you dare me one time? Lucifer, would you dare try to pass this? Because I'm hungry, man. Now, they're calling them hounds. You can say, oh, they're hounds, or you can say they're angels, right? Remember, they flip it. So they're calling them hounds. I'm going to say they're beautiful angels, and they're ready to whoop some ass. Let's go. Strange. Now, let's back it up. For I have, on my journey through space-time, even to the end of space of this cycle, glimpsed the hounds of the barrier, lying in wait for he who would pass them. In that space where time exists not. Read it, pause it. I'm tired. But you know what? I just got a new end. This is going to be a 10-part series. Let's go. All right, check it. So, he glimpsed the hounds of the barrier, lying in wait for he who would pass them in that space where time exists not. So, there's no time and space above the vibration. It's only an illusion, which now you understand what this holograph stuff is all about. This holograph matrix stuff only exists in the grid that we just showed you in part 3, which is the 440 grid, the pyramids, and all this other sacred stuff. On the ley lines, really the 33-degree thing, which is the whole correlation between the 33-degree Masonic order and the 33 degrees of longitude or ley lines, you know what I'm saying, where all these things, the grid is set up on. And he's telling you straight to your face that when he saw the glimpse of the hounds or angels that are protecting the barrier, they are lying in wait for he who will pass them in space, in that space where time exists not. I wish you would try to cross past this time-space barrier, because you don't belong here. Now, time and space, wasn't created by Lucifer, but they're using it against you. In this dimension, this is how we materialize to learn what we got to learn as we vibrate up to the throne of the Creator. Hey, that's our order. Those are our commandments. That's kept forever. These commandments are not earthly, man. This is kept no matter what, but they're even designed in a vibration to help the simplest of people not, jam themselves up and jam their neighbors up, right? So these hounds are lying in wait to protect that space where time exists not. Faintly I sense the guardians of the cycles. So faintly, as intelligent and wise as Thoth to who he is, the Eye of Ra, right? All this stuff, right? Horus and this, as beautiful and wise and magical, and the magic schools and the magic systems and the Nile Valley science, as high science as Thoth is, he says, faintly I sense the guardians of the cycles. Move they only through angles. Free are they not of curved dimensions. So whatever geometry that the Most High, has put in them based on order, you could think of it as a square or a cube. They're moving in angles. They're moving through angles, right? He's saying that they're not free from the angle thing, so that you got to move in curves and circles to free yourself of them. Once they see you, once you're going through your underworld, your thing, and you're traveling through the underworld, you're doing your high sciences, right? You're going through the celestial, right? Underneath the firmament, you get to the barrier, you say, is that what oh shit. And these things start coming right after you because you got too close to the barrier. And that's what they do. This is what they do. So because Thoth know that's what they do, he says, yeah, man, I got to break out. Lucifer sees him, he got to break out. If they break out from the hounds of the barrier, what do you think they're going to do when the Creator returns? Let's keep reading, because this is his words. We're just suffering it, right? Remember, Tutmosis, 18th dynasty stuff. This is the beginning of it in Africa, right? But we see where it started. Egypt, Grand Canyon. Let's go. Lying in wait for he would pass them. In that space where time does not exist, faintly I sense the guardians of the circles. Move they through angles. Free are they not of the curved dimensions. Strange and terrible are the hounds of the barrier. Follow they consciousness to the limits of space. So once they see you, they follow you through any limit. So you have to use some type of magic, which is the circling of the square. They're moving in angles. They're not free of angles. That's your square. You have to move in a circle, however you do it, curve, circles, in order to possibly outrun them, which isn't a guarantee. If they catch you, as he will say, they lock you there. And you have to wait until judgment. So it's very dangerous to mess with these hounds of the barrier, these angels protecting the firmament. Strange and terrible are the hounds of the barrier. Follow they consciousness to the limits of space. Think not to escape by entering your body, for follow they fast the soul through angles. Only the circle will give ye protection, save from the claws of the dwellers in angles. Now these are dwellers. So whenever you hear dweller, that's just talking about an angel, whether it's an angel here or an angel there. Now he's calling them the dweller in angles, or the angels that are dwelling that protect the barrier. All right. Once again, think not to escape by entering your body. So don't just try to run straight to your body. He's saying you got to move in a circular way to escape the angular pattern that they come at you with. And that's not guaranteed that you'll escape. Think not to escape by entering your body, for follow they fast the soul through angles. Only the circle will give you protection, save from the claws of the dweller in angles. Once in a time past, here's the fun part. Now let's hear his story, where he saw the angels of the barrier. So he says, once in time past, I approached the great barrier. All right, so Thoth approached the great barrier. This is his story in the Emerald Tablets, Tablet 8. Once in a time past, I approached the great barrier and saw on the shores where time exists not. So he saw the shores. That's how close he was to these people, to these barriers, to these hounds. And he saw on the shores where time exists not. Beyond the firmament, he can see a little bit, and formless forms. And the hounds of the barrier, hiding in the midst beyond me, I found them, and they, scenting me afar off, raised themselves and gave the great bell cry. Blow the shofar. That could be heard from cycle to cycle and move through space towards my soul. So the cry that they made, man, the battle cry they made could be heard from cycle to cycle. The Most High's angels don't play. These people know that. They know what Gabriel do. You know what I mean? They know what Mikael do. They know what Raphael and Uriel do. And many more. And many more. And fled I. What did he do? Fled I. What did he do? Fled I. What did he do? Fled I. Then fast before them. Back from time's unthinkable end. But ever after me pursued they. Moving in strange angles not known to man. On the gray shores of time space's end. Found I the hounds of the barrier. Amazing, man. So he had to go to the shores, the gray shores of time and space, the end of it. And that's where he found these angels that are protecting the barrier, ravening for the soul who attempts the beyond. So they're ravening for it. They're like, woo, 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 ah! And then they just start going in angles, man. He said, I'm breaking. Shake, a little bit of shake, a little bit of bake. He Ricky Bobby these. He's attempting to Ricky Bobby these guys. Let's see what he said. Fled I, then fast. He Ricky Bobby them. Fled I, then fast. Talladega. Before them, back from time's unthinkable end, but ever after me they pursued. Pursued they, moving in strange angles not known to man. What angles aren't even known to man? Man. On the gray shores of time, space's end, found I the hounds of the barrier, ravening for the soul who attempts the beyond. Fled I through circles back to my body. Fled and fast after me they followed. After me the devourers followed, seeking through angles to devour my soul. Know ye, man, that the soul who dares the barrier may be held in bondage by the hounds from beyond time. Held till this cycle is completed, Judgment Day, and left behind when the consciousness leaves. Now you understand what they mean by consciousness shift and how we're now getting into our higher consciousness, which is above the firmament, and how they're trying to keep you on the grid beneath that so that you don't catch the train. You have to start by walking out their cities, powering up on your land, and being led home. The truth sounds stranger than fiction. There is no other escape. We have to wake up. You're hearing the cry. You're hearing the call. The Most High be willing, you know what I'm saying, can do whatever he want, right? I'm not putting limits on it. I'm just saying, when I say no other escape, I mean, I don't know any better solution as a mass group of people than to walk out of the cities where you are imprisoned. Harriet Tubman told you this. Shout out to Hallway CH. I freed 1,000 slaves, man. I could have freed 1,000 more if they only knew they were slaves. You looking at this laughing like, man, this guy's crazy. If they only knew they were slaves. Nah, man, this guy's crazy. He trying to tell me, man, Atlantis. If they only knew they were slaves, they would have been free too. Some people were free, and because of that, their ancestors had a whole nother reality because they walked out or took that Underground Railroad. And Harriet Tubman was an indigenous woman, which is the reason why she understood the terrain. Why she was leading them in terrain that a lot of other people didn't know. Trying to tell you. Now, he said, hey, now these things, when they catch you, man, it's damn near a wrap. He says, know ye, man, that the soul who dares the barrier may be held in bondage by the hounds from beyond time, held till this cycle is completed and left behind when the consciousness leaves. When we shift to this 432, however you want to call it, it's only energy. Don't get caught up in numbers and titles and all the stuff like that. When we shift, man, it's get with it or get left off. I've been telling you it the whole time. You in swag frequency, you ain't. You can't fight truth. Again, the truth has your corner surrounded. You can't run nowhere. Ain't nobody fearing you. Ain't nobody fearing that. Ain't nobody fearing this. I'm not in that frequency. And the ones coming up right now aren't in that frequency. I don't choose that. I don't choose fear. I don't choose the what ifs. I choose freedom. That's it. Simple freedom. How you want to get it. He says, entered I, my body, created the circles that know not angles, created the form. So he had to create some circles that doesn't even know angles. I don't know what that is, but it's magic, right? He created the circles that know not angles, created the form that from my own form, my form was formed. Entered I my body, created the circles that know not angles, created the form that from my form was formed, made my body into a circle and lost the pursuers in the circles of time. I don't know exactly how that breaks down, but somebody is smarter than me and they already got it. So drop it. And lost the pursuers of the circles of time. But even yet, when free from my body, even now, man, this happened one time to me, man. But even now, even if I do it now, big mighty Thoth, I'm cool with the dweller. I set up Atlantis. I set up Egypt. I'm Tutmosis. I set up all this, the mystery schools, the magic, the Nile Valley science. Even me, even now, when free from my body, when I'm, free from my body, cautious ever must I be, not to move through angles, else my soul may never be free. Do you understand? Come on, man. He's worried about his own damn soul because he has to face judgment too. And they will jam him up. Now, either he's order or he's chaos. If he knows what you're understanding, then as an ascended master, perhaps he understands very well who the order is and what his role in it is. And if he had the role to be static, then he fulfilled his role as creating this higher consciousness, this Christ consciousness, these grids, this pyramid of static, of 440 distortion that has destroyed and has completely torn apart your DNA. That's why they call the junk DNA the double helix. You think you only got 2 strands? You have 12. 440, just like the somatics experiments, it disconnects things, right? So it's disconnected your energy. You're moving through that medium. It's disconnecting you, just like the experiment. It's you. The experiment is you. You're getting back in order, and it's happening naturally, or you're becoming more chaotic, which is also natural. That's also order. Chaos must be destroyed. That's order. The destruction of chaos is order. But even yet, when free from my body, cautious ever must I be, not to move through angles, else my soul may never be free. Know ye, here's his warning. Here's his warning to all the commissions, everybody who's going to take up the magic sciences, the mystery schools. Know ye, the hounds of the barrier move only through angles and never through curves of space. Only by moving through curves can ye escape them. For in angles they will pursue thee. O man, heed ye my warning. Seek not to break open the gate to beyond. Don't try to cross the firmament, man, even if you want to. I know it looks good, but that's not for you. That's for his heritage. That's for his seed, his energy, his signature. You can't have that, just like they can't have your land. But you have to make the action to take it back. You got to walk after their out of the bullshit cities into your cities that you were there for thousands of years for a reason. Understand. overstand. Let's go. Seek not to break open the gates to beyond. Few there are who have succeeded. We're getting to the end. Few there are. We're still good. Cool. Few there are who have succeeded in passing the barrier. So remember, the road is narrow. He didn't say I did it. He didn't say Lucifer is doing it. He said some people. You remember the Merkabahs? How you create your own energy, your own Merkabah, connect to the throne. So only a few, right? We know the Enoch, and we know the Moshe. We understand that's going to your scripture now. The few, the narrow road that gets through the vibrational layer because of the order that's being maintained and kept and remembered. Few there are who have succeeded in passing the barrier to the greater light that shines beyond, right? The greater light. We're not talking about this other light now. Now he's referring to it as the greater light that shines beyond. You see the trickery. There's two lights, right? This light, this Lucifer, this chief of the light, right? And then there's the greater light, the source. This is what they're afraid of. That's why he even has fear of even some of the lower dimensions, right? This is Thoth. You read it. Pull it up. Few there are who have succeeded in passing the barrier to the greater light that shines beyond. For know ye, ever the dwellers seek such souls to hold in their thrall. All right, ever the dwellers. Now we're talking about the angels that are protecting the barrier. So he says, for know ye, ever the dwellers, or these angels protecting the barrier, seek such souls to hold in their thrall. All right, these ain't, they'll hold you down into judgment time. You know what I'm saying? Listen, O man, and heed ye my warning. Seek ye to move not in angles, but curves. Circle the square. This is awesome, right? And if, while free from thy body, thou hearest the sound like the bay of a hound, or the barrier protectors, if you hear their sound, if you hear their howl, if you hear their chauffeur, whatever you want to call it. And if, while free from thy body, so, you're meditating, you're going through your journey of the underworld, however the magical way, the magic science's way of doing it, while free from thy body, thou hearest the sound like the bay of a hound ringing, clear and bell-like through thy being. If you hear that through your being, that's how cold these angels protecting the barrier are. If you hear them, you're going to hear it through your being. Even as an ascended master of the light, you're going to feel this shit, man. It's a vibration that they are afraid of. You're the vibration they're afraid of. They've been ordered to keep you quiet for a time, to shut your eyes, to disconnect your strands, your DNA, everything, right? Not no more. Rise up. Rise up. Kwam Yashra. Let's go. Almost. Last paragraph. We're an hour in. There will be a part 5. But hey, I said it'll be a 12 part. It might still be a 12 part. I'm going to stop saying, I'll stop when I stop. What time is it? It's about 10:13 in LA. I might be done around 4 or 5 in the morning. That's just how it gets down. All right. And while free from thy body, thou hearest the sound like the bay of a hound ringing clear, and a bell-like throughout thy being. Flee. What? Flee. What? Flee. What? Flee back to thy body in circles. Penetrate not the midst before. The midst before. Penetrate not the midst before. In other words, turn around. Don't try to penetrate the barrier. Go the other way. When thou hast entered the form thou hast dwelt in, when you're back in your body, here's the... You ready? Here we go. Here's the dismount. When thou hast entered the form thou hast dwelt in, your body, use thou the cross and the circle combined. Read it. These are the indestructible alchemy emerald tablets of Thoth. Tahuti, Eye of Ra. Right? Founder of Kemet, except he wasn't Cometian. He just put the vibration on the Cometian people. We can be free from this frequency. We can come together and know that we've all been attacked by this vibration. So that's step one. Nah, step one is getting back into order and understanding, going back in line with hey. If you have an issue with that, that's you. If you have an issue with getting back to the source of the greater light beyond, high on the throne, hey, if you got an issue with connecting back to your creator, no one can help you with that. Once you do that, once you get that, then we understand we're indigenous. We understand that this frequency, these pyramids, a lot of this stuff is 440. Again, it's resonating in the king's chamber at 440. By accident? Artificial grid, we just dropped that. You have to disconnect. You have to leave Babylon. You have to, you know what I'm saying, leave bondage in your head. A lot of us, ran back to Egypt mentally. And so now that's our form of black and black power. Black power. There's no black power. There's no black power. There's no black power. If you're black, you're on their board. There's no power there. Black just is like an interim thing, like a little marker so that you don't fully connect back to your heritage, or else you're going to kick these other black people back where they came from. Because everybody's trespassing. Everybody's on your turf. If you here, you was from here. If you think you might have been from here, that they found you, just like the Columbus situation, and they took you as slaves elsewhere back into bondage, that's probably true. Right? So we're trying to figure it out. Back to the dismount. We're talking about the cross and the circle. Here we go. When thou hast entered the form thou hast dwelt in, use thou the cross and the circle combined. Cross and circle combined. Where have I seen an image of the cross and circle combined? Oh yeah, making a dismount. Where have we seen an image, of the cross and circle combined? I know I pulled something up just for fun. We all know what we're talking about, right? So he's saying use that image when you finally make it back to your body after traveling in curves, outrunning the dwellers that are moving in angles. Use the circle of a cross and symbol combined. Open a tab, type in cross and circle symbol. That's all I did. I'm suffering. I'm on a journey here. This is hypothesis. Love me or hate me. And this is what you get. Do you understand? Do you understand? Nah, man, it's just a vagina. You know what I mean? It's just like some power, some energy thing. Man, that's to save your life. If you playing around in this magic. If you Israel, you don't need no symbol. You don't need no idol. You don't need no cross. Did they not give you a cross? Now, when you combine that with the circle, now you got the magic, right? Ak. Use the symbol of the cross and circle combined. Let's finish it out. This is our dismount. I know it's been fun. On to part 5. When thou have entered the form that had dwelt in, use the cross and circle combined. Open thy mouth and use thy voice. Utter the word. You probably already know what that is, whoever you are that does this. Utter the word, and thou shalt be free. And you're free. You use that symbol, you say some word, some vibration goes through it, and then that's the magic. You're good for now. Your soul's not going to be captured till Judgment Day. You got your soul back for now, man. You better shake and bake a little more. A little bit of shake, a little bit of bake. You better bake a nice pie. And it can't be to the Queen Mother of Heaven. Alright? You need to bake you some stuff and prepare for the feast, prepare for the Passover, prepare for the Exodus, man. And it better not be no leavened bread, man. No more of this mixing, this fallen angel mixing, right? Open thy mouth and use thy voice. Utter the word and thou shalt be free. Only the one who of light has the fullest. Listen, only the one who of light has the fullest. Who has the fullest light? Who's the illuminated one? Lucifer, right? Huh? Saturn, right? Or the son of Saturn? Saturn. The son of Saturn? Zeus, Jupiter, Jesus. Open thy mouth and use thy voice. Utter the word and thou shalt be free. Only the one who of light has the fullest can hope. Can what? Hope. Can what? Hope. Can hope to pass by the guards of the way. Even Lucifer can only hope to pass by them. What does he have to do? Only the one who of light has the fullest can hope to pass by the guards of the way, and then must he move through strange curves and angles that are formed in direction not known to man. He got to use some circle stuff just like Thoth had to, but he got to drop on even more of these curves and circles that have no, angular pattern, however it is, you know what I'm saying, however they're doing it. And he can only hope to get by them. And even he might get caught by them. Even he better flee. He ain't trying to scrap. He ain't trying to scrap. He ain't never trying to scrap with the creator or the forces that are, protecting the order. And once you're in order, he ain't trying to scrap with you. That's an abomination, Can two be divided? Did he not beg the Most High for these angels to confound you with? 10%. Now you got these 10 kings and this dynasty stuff and these Egyptians that are fallen angels that made it with the native population here the same way the scriptures say. The Nephilim. And they fucked this up, so they went over there and they started fucking our people up over there too. You know what I mean? That's just what happened, right? So he says, open thy mouth, use thy voice. With that circle cross, the ark, right? Utter the word, and thou shalt be free. Only the one who of light has the fullest can hope to pass by the guards of the way. The guards of the way, right? The guards of the way is the guards of the order, the way. Even Lucifer can only hope to pass by the guards of the way, the order, your order. They're guarding you. You go back to your land, they're guarding you. You're guarded, but you don't know that because you're just in the celestial, the underworld. And then must he move, Lucifer, then must he move through strange curves and angles that are formed in direction not known to man. List ye, man. Listen to me, man. And heed ye my warning. Listen, man. Heed my warning. This is the last thing he says in tablet 8. Attempt not to pass the guards on the way. Don't try it, man. Again, I just told you for 5 paragraphs, man. I told you what happened to me and that Lucifer can barely escape it himself. These hounds, these angels that protect the vibrational layer above, waters above and below. These dwellers, these hounds, whatever they want to call these angels, right? That are protecting the what? Order of the way, the law. Listen to me, man. And heed my warning, man. Attempt not to pass the guards on the way, man. Rather should ye seek to gain of thy own light. Don't try to get the Most High's light. Just get your own. Ain't that the message? Is this how he's going to leave us? Is this how big bad Thoth running from the guards, running from the barrier hounds, raising up Egypt and dynasties? And now we're just like, yeah, black power, Egypt, Kemet, yeah. No. You bye-bye. You under the firmament. You got the energy that's not going to pierce, man. And you still have a little time, man, to get with it or get left on. Stay up, suit up, and choose up. Vibrate up. You can do it. I love you. Yes, you can, right? Yes, you can, right? So, listen to me, man, and heed ye my warning. Attempt not to pass the guards on the way. Rather should ye seek to gain of thine own light and make thyself ready to pass on the way. Make yourself ready. At the end of the day, the message is still the order in a sense, right? He's saying, look, man, don't do this, but just get your own light and make yourself ready. Didn't the Most High tell you to make yourself ready? But now he's telling you to make yourself ready for another way. But there's duplicity, right? So you can also flip what he's saying. He's really kind of telling you, if he understands order the way I believe he does, get ready, man. Just get yourself right. Don't even try to pass that barrier right now. Get yourself right so that you could be the few on the narrow path that can do it. But I can't. My master can't do it. These pyramids ain't going to get you there. Black power ain't going to get you there. Worshiping your creator only, meaning serving your creator only, meaning serving the energy of the house of your creator only. Don't you serve your own house? If your wife needs something, don't you serve her? Your children, you serve them, you teach them. You also have to teach your house. You have to teach your community. Serve your community. Serve the kingdom. Serve heya. That's you. You have to go within. That's the order. Serve the root. Serve the source. Serve the energy so the house, the tree can flourish. The land can flourish. It's going to flourish whether you believe it or not, whether you believe it or not. You can believe gravity. There you got your ball of water, but you got to believe gravity. No gravity, no Baal. No gravity, no water. Millions of tons of water being crushed and spun on the ball. No gravity, no gain. No gravity, no ball. You have to believe it. That's the God of the Baal. You have to believe gravity. It's a theory, not a law, right? Is gravity a theory or is gravity a law? So all this is theory. Copernican stuff, theory. Smooth got you there, which is why I'm glad I'm back to that, because I'm going to drop some smooth. But I'm going to do that in part 5. The King's been working, so I appreciate you, fam. You know what I'm saying? He said, rather should ye seek the gain of thine own light and make thyself ready to pass on the way. Then he says, light is thine ultimate end. Oh, my brother, seek and find ever the light on the way. All right, so we know what light they're talking about. We know there's 2 lights. And we know the greater light is the light that you belong to, that's being restored, that's replenishing. That's the frequency. That's the higher octave of the 216, the 666, 216 hertz. You double that, you're in a higher octave. That's the consciousness higher, above the grid. If it wasn't, then they would let you, all radio would be tuned to 432 if it was good for you. But if it's tuned to 440, then they're tapping into a frequency, and that's the frequency on the back of your dollar bill. Stay tuned for part 5.